Today's reading is Genesis 30 through 31. Now, I'm not sure what to make of Jacob and Laban's feud. The whole story sounds like something out of an Andy Griffith Show episode. I'm not even sure Andy could solve what ensues in this family feud. Here are two cheaters trying to hustle one another, and it makes for a rather humorous reading. Now, Jacob fled to his uncle Laban's house in an attempt to avoid Esau's revenge for stealing the blessing. Immediately upon arriving to his uncle's town, Jacob fell in love with Laban's youngest daughter, Rachel. Jacob agreed to work for Laban in order to marry her. After working 7 years, Laban, on the wedding night, replaced Rachel with his eldest and less attractive daughter, Leah. Jacob doesn't realize he'd been duped until the next morning. Jacob was going to have to work an additional 7 years to marry Rachel because apparently the youngest daughter couldn't get married before the eldest daughter. I'm sure Jacob probably would have said, that would have been nice information to have known 7 years ago. Jacob complied to work 7 more years, and in the meantime, Leah and Rachel began feuding over who was the better wife and mother, plus Jacob had to work 6 more years to grow his own wealth from Laban's flock. Jacob had trouble doing that because Laban changed his wages 10 times. Somehow, Jacob generated a special type of sheep breed to call his own and decided to leave with his family in the middle of the night. But to make matters worse, Rachel stole some of her father's idols as they flew the coop. Thankfully, the scriptures don't leave anything out of the stories of its heroes. If it weren't for episodes found in Genesis 30 and 31, we might be led to believe that God can only use perfect people without problems. But Scripture reveals that God can use anybody, especially those with less than stellar backgrounds. Friends, the supposed heroes of the faith are more like us than we realize. They had family problems, they had children misbehave, they had financial struggles, they had jobs they hated, they had failures. The Bible is full of broken people that God chose, He loved, and fulfilled His purpose with. And that we can be hopeful for.